Good morning and welcome to Investor Schooling Live. Coming to you from Investor Schooling headquarters. I'm Phil Falcone here with my business partner, Larry Steinhaus. We are the founders of Investor Schooling. Get ready to learn real estate investing and stock option trading. Call us anytime during the show with your questions at 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137. That's right, we are a live program. So you can call us anytime during the show, and we will take your calls. Don't even worry about what we're talking about because we love to take your calls. Investor Schooling is located in Langhorne, Pennsylvania, serving the Philadelphia area in a real brick and mortar building. We are local guys, accessible to our students a minimum of 2 nights per week. Learn this business, the business of real estate investing and stock option trading from people who live it every day. So what are we going to be talking about today? We're going to be talking about the 7 benefits of real estate investing. And if you haven't heard this, you are going to love it. We're going to talk about the major reasons why real estate rocks. And we're going to finish up our show with the stock option sultan, who's going to give us his stock option picks of the week. These are picks that you could invest in Monday morning and possibly make some money. So, what's going on, Larry?
So, Phil, I'm so excited that you're back. You were gone for a couple of days in Florida. You were looking for some houses. That was kind of cool. And while you were gone, do you know what happened to Debbie?
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. So Debbie is someone who works with us, and she's the notes expert and the tax lien expert in our office, and she teaches that in our classes. And she was supposed to do a class, so you weren't here, so I was doing one class, and she was supposed to do the other one. And when I'm up there, and all of a sudden I see her run out the door, and I'm like, what just happened? So sure enough, what happened was a car went through her house. So somebody was learning how to drive, confused the gas pedal with the brake pedal, and the car went through her house. Now, this is a really tough situation for her. Obviously, she has a couple of kids, she has her husband, she has 2 dogs, and the house is uninhabitable right now.
Well, I already offered her a house on Facebook.
Oh, did you? That's awesome, yeah.
You know the house I bought on Warminster Road?
Yeah.
It's not selling until the end of January, and it might even go into February, so she could live in it.
Yeah, well, good. That might be great. But actually, if somebody else does have a house, because she needs a place to live for about 3 to 6 months while they renovate it. So even if they take yours for a little while, it's not long enough. Yeah. But if somebody has a house out there for 3 to 6 months that they could maybe they're sitting on it, maybe it needs a tenant, whatever. But it would certainly be appreciated. And you could call us at 855-939-1137, 855-939-1137. If you've got something, you can either call, now, or you can call later. Doesn't matter. Call during the show or call after the show, and we'll definitely put you in contact with them. They definitely need a place to live. It's really, really rough, especially with the 2 dogs and the kids. It's rough. So hopefully that'll all work out for them in the end. But I just wanted to bring that up. So if anybody has a house, 855-939-1137. So what were you doing in Florida?
Oh man, I have a house to live in Florida, as you know. But my wife and I are thinking of getting a better house. So we decided to throw our hat into the ring and try to buy a house in this insane market in Florida.
Exactly.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, because the whole country's moving to Florida because it's free.
The whole country is moving to Florida, and it's nuts. So we looked at about 6 houses in one day, and we found the one we wanted. So they were asking $575,000 for it. I put in an offer for $600,000 with a $1,000 escalation clause going up to $631,000.
Wow!
Right, which was $56,000 more than they were asking, and I lost the bid.
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. That's hard. I'm sorry.
A cash buyer probably came in, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
And they just took the cash.
You didn't want to say you were a cash buyer?
I don't.
You had most of it.
I have a lot of cash, but not $631,000.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's tied up in investments.
Yeah, and I couldn't put in a cash offer that I couldn't live up to.
Oh,
I mean-
come on. I'm disappointed in you. You know we could have got you that cash.
It was a little too much cash to take a chance.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, I want to say hello to David for watching online, and Bill, of course, and Debbie says thank you, by the way. She just just gave us a thank you for putting that out. Again, if you have a house out there, 855-939-1137, that Debbie and her family can live in. So you and I are both hoarse. Listen to this.
Well, you sound terrible. You probably got COVID.
Well, I probably do, but, you can't get COVID unless you get tested.
Well, I don't know. I think my voice sounds perfectly normal.
Yeah, you're always nasal, come to think of it. That's because...
This is actually my sexy voice.
Oh, really? Well, don't get too close to me then. And not that I would give you COVID, but I don't want to get, I don't want, if you're saying things like that, I don't want to talk about it. All right, cool. So where do we want to go here, Phil? What do we want to talk about?
Well, first, let's talk about the fact that our show is actually not on right now. We are on Saturdays at 2 p.m. every Saturday.
But we're here at 10 o'clock once again.
And why is that?
Well, I don't know. I think it's we have a really bad contract with PHT, and they just keep bumping us.
Yeah. I think it's because we're too nice of a guy.
Yeah, really.
And that's the problem.
I think every time they bump us, they should give us $1,000
I think, and a couple of Eagles tickets.
and a couple of Eagles tickets.
But
actually,
I only want them in warm weather.
But I heard Susan gave you tickets today.
She did offer me 3 tickets today, but I am not going to an Eagles game.
In 19
That
degree
doesn't mean anything. It doesn't even matter who wins this game.
weather. I see.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a club box seat, maybe with heated seats and a waitress bringing me cocktails, I think I'd be in. But not.
You can do that at a bar.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
a big screen TV.
I can do that at home.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Hey, Jose's online too. Thanks, Jose. We totally appreciate you watching. All right. And by the way, you guys can leave comments online as well. So if you want to leave comments on all the channels that we're on, we love it. We'll talk about your comments as well. All right, cool. So what's this 7 benefits of real estate you talked about?
Well, why don't we start with number 1?
Appreciation.
I appreciate you.
Oh, I was going to say that. You beat me to it.
No, we're not talking about that kind of appreciation. Would you like to start the conversation and comment on the
If I can, sure.
appreciation
I'm
that
noticing
you...
my voice going lower and lower. All right. So appreciation, obviously, you guys get this, right? You buy a house for $100,000, and typically houses go up about 7%, 5 to 7% a year in value. And if that means that within 10 years, your house is going to double. So if you buy a house for $100,000, buy a house today. If you buy a house today for any price, most likely 10 years from now, it'll double. And that's appreciation. That's the value of the house going up. And that's caused by what? Inflation?
Has something to do with it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So inflation's been very good to Phil and I this year. We're fans of inflation. I don't know. I every time I look at the values of my house, they just keep going up. It's pretty wild. Now, they will stop going up, but at the same time, they'll go up again. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I remember back in 2007, and I was at a swim club where Stone was still a little kid, and I had him at a swim club, and I heard a couple of people talking about real estate, and I kind of went